Hi, I'm Rob Kellogg, and today we're going to talk about lithium-ion batteries. Now, in the industry, we've been utilizing batteries for quite a long time to charge our hand tools, our power tools, such as drills, saws, things of that nature. But the battery charging process has also been an issue throughout the industry. We've had several people get shocked by their misuse. We've had fires generated because of the storage and also the recharging of these activities. So there are some hazards that come along with them. We've even had some explosions. Batteries have been known to explode. So we need to take into account a couple of issues to help reduce those risks and make sure that we have a good lifelong function of our battery so we can do our tasks without that leash of an extension cord to get the job done. So one of the things that could cause these issues to occur is manufacturing defects. And what we need to do when we initially get these out of the package for the first time is do a physical check of the exterior of the battery casing to make sure it hasn't been damaged, broken, cracked. We also want to look at the contacts that go from the battery to the actual tool itself. They should be clean, clear there. They should have some kind of shiny metallic surface in which they make contact with the same design internally within the battery of the tool. So we want to make sure that those two systems are clean, especially if you've had a tool for a while and you're replacing the battery with a new one. Make sure the tool contacts are actually clean before you do that as well. So a little rubbing alcohol around those surfaces will get any grease and dirt and grime around it, which could cause some insulation issues or cause some arcing issues. So be mindful of that when you do it. And then when you get into the actual mechanical aspect of it, we want to look for punctures if you've dropped that battery off of a certain height as you're performing tasks or during storage or maneuvering, transporting. These are all issues where punctures could occur, and it's good to keep those batteries in a safe and protected environment as you do that. And by doing this, we want to be sure that it's well ventilated, because if you have a potential resistance mechanism going on internally, you want to be able to off-gas that heat to prevent it from building up and could cause an explosion or even a fire for effect. Electrical shorts can happen, and again, if the contacts aren't clean, you can have those issues. And during the charging process, you might have shorts between the battery charging station and the battery itself. Or it could be internal, something that you could not see yourself, but you start to have that smell, that odor of burning plastic, that electrical burning kind of odor. You want to make sure that you get that battery into a safe environment and get it out of any charging station before it has a chance to be catastrophic. So just be very mindful of that. And then unplugging the chargers is a great way to stop this without actually removing the battery, and then let it have time to itself to ventilate, cool off, and then remove that battery safely. Overheating and overcharging usually are synonymous. You can overcharge a battery which has a manufacturer defect and can cause an explosion. Again, some of these things you do not see. So in your charging areas, you want to make sure that they're clear of other activities, and they're kind of in an isolated environment. Make sure they're ventilated, but they're kind of structurally isolated to prevent, if the case is that there's an explosion or an immediate fire from a resistance issue, you have some protection mechanism from anybody working around it. And always have a fire extinguisher close by to your charging stations. You just don't know when this potentially could happen, especially if the systems are older and they've seen some time on the job site, so to speak. So watch out for that. So overheating can be kept at a minimum if you keep it in an open air environment. For whatever reason you have it internally inside a building, it's really a good idea to put some kind of air movement mechanism around it, whether it's close to a vent that air comes out, or set up a fan. And make sure you have a nice cool air breezing over those charging stations, and therefore cooling the system and keeping that from overheating. So all these are simple practices when you utilize these batteries, and make sure that you take care of them. And if you do drop them, especially from large heights, they've been compromised, and it's something you need to investigate thoroughly before you want to continue using them. Always have your GFCIs charging your battery chargers, even on systems that are electrical systems that are established, an outlet with a cover, it's in the building. Always have those on a GFCI for that additional protection. So if you have any questions on this or any other issues, just be very careful when working around those batteries. We take for granted they're easy to utilize and recharge, but they can be hazardous if we don't take care of them. So keep them clean, keep them dry, and keep them ventilated, and they should last you a long time. With that, if you have any questions, give us a call here at Ultimate Group. And as always, safety is not a mindset, it's a state of mind. Have a great day.